So where do you want to start first? You want to start with
I think we should start out with your question. Your question is pretty good, and I feel like that can lead into like
which is
several different things. The car,
the
yeah,
the
cause I
the one that I was telling you about?
yeah, start with that one. Or do you want me to ask the question over here?
No, you can go. Yeah. Um, you can go. Yeah. It's the first one. So
Okay, cool. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, I grabbed two. That's cool. If you are single, what is the reason behind it?
so I actually pulled that card like a while ago, and I was gonna make like a one-on-one video about it, but I was like making all these like answers that I felt like people would want to hear and shit like that. But I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, honestly, one of the big reasons is I be fucked up like after a breakup.
Okay,
Like I be fucked up for a long time, and I realized that like in my relationships, like when they end, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it'd be like 2-3 years before my next relationship,
same.
and I'd be like
Th-
emotionally like fucked up after this. So I'd be like, I ain't gonna act like I'm gonna move on fast as hell, like I'm gonna forget about you. Like I'd be fucked up. So like that's one of the main reasons that like it takes me a long time to recover after I get out of a relationship. And sometimes I wish I could bounce back sooner. Like not so I could like get back out there or whatever, but just cause like I don't like being in that emotional state for too long. But
Gotcha.
so far like I don't really know what to do about it. Other than feel how I feel and then move on. Whenever I do feel good.
Okay, so what are the steps for you to feel good, like to get yourself out of that?
Honestly, I really don't know. Like for me, it's more of like a switch thing. Like that's for me. Like with everything, like with the gym. Like so when I get out of my gym modes where I'm like going all the time, like the only way I can really get back into the groove of the gym is just like one day a switch inside of me flips and like I finally be like fully motivated to get back into the gym, and then like it be over with from then on. So it's kind of like that with me emotionally. Like I be fucked up over whoever I was dating for a while or whatever, and then I just be down bad for however long. But once I'm over it, like I'm over it. Like I don't linger over it anymore after that.
That's kind of healthy to a certain extent, going to the gym and like focusing on yourself. So, I feel like for me, because I do the same thing, like it takes me a long time, but the reason why it takes me a long time, because I'm the type of person like I want to like analyze myself in a situation.
Yeah.
I'm very much like focused on me and like what I can do better for the next relationship. So that's why I need that time. Um, so yeah.
So why do you feel like, other than what we just named, why do you feel like it takes you, other than that, why do you feel like it takes you a long time to regroup?
Because it takes me a minute to get over a person too. Like, you're in a relationship, you just spent your so many years with this person. You had this idea of like, okay, I'm not gonna be with this person forever. That's how I think when I go in a relationship. Like, this is my husband. I think a lot of girls think that too. Like, oh, I'm going into it like, in the Lululand almost. So when my reality like, and if it breaks, it hurts. So it takes me a minute to reprogram myself.
Yeah.
So
To like, damn, like I was having a thought one time. I was like, why is it so hard to remember how you were before somebody came into your life? Like sometimes it'd be like, damn, what was I doing before this motherfucker? Like before I started dating her, like
yeah.
I was cool. So like, how do I get back to being cool again because she's not in my life no more? So it's like sometimes that trips me out of like how somebody can come into your life and like they insert a certain vibe and shit like that, and you get so accustomed to feeling them in your life that it's almost like you forget how you felt before they ever came into your life, and like this kind of hard to just like reprogram yourself back into that.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, I think we make that person important in our lives. So it's like, okay, like you said, how do I get myself back? Because this person wasn't important in my life until I made them important.
Yeah. And then like it fucks you up too when you date somebody who, I won't say nonchalant, but like they get over stuff very easily or get over stuff way easier than you do. Just like, damn, like we ain't even in the we're not even in the same bracket when it comes to a breakup. It's just like, all right, like, we just broke up and you just like, moved on, or at least that's what it seems like. You know what I mean? People also put on good fronts too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know how that person feels inside for real. So
Because most people, like you said, people handle things differently.
yeah,
And like for me, I know I'm someone that act like I don't care, but that should be killing me inside.
yeah.
Like literally like bloody murder. So yeah.
Do you feel like you have to act like you don't care?
It's more of like a coping mechanism for me. I feel like I'm tricking myself like I don't care. So it kind of helps me get over, which is very toxic. That's not a healthy way. I think you should feel what you feel. If you care, care. Like it's okay to cry. And I give myself time to cry too. Like I cry about it, but as far as like with that person, I kind of show like I don't care.
Yeah,
But usually for girls, it's different because 9 times out of 10, it'd be the guy that messed up the relationship. Let me say, for me, it's the guy. So I have to put on this front like I don't care anymore, you know? So it's no need for me to be like crying about it when you didn't mess up with me like 20 times.
yeah, yeah. I can feel that. Sometimes I be wanting to decipher, like, if a girl actually don't care or if she putting on the front. Because, like, all right, if you putting on the front, okay, cool. Like, I understand you doing it for yourself and you trying to protect your feelings and shit like that. But if you actually don't give a fuck, like, that makes me look at you differently. Like, damn, like, was you playing the whole relationship? Because, like, I don't think you could just turn love off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we expressing that we love each other and the minute we break up, it's like, oh, like, I don't give a fuck what you doing. Like, I don't care about you. Da, da, da. It's like, that shit was capped then.
Okay.
Like,
But it also depends like the relationship. Like it depends on like what went on. Because with a woman check out like months before we actually break up with the person. So it just all depends on like what all happened in their relationship.
yeah,
Because by the time like a woman like decides to leave, she literally is over it. Like she's done.
yeah,
So
yeah, I feel that. I definitely have come to understand it too.
it take a lot. You know, the woman be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. But it's almost like some I have realized too though that sometimes it's difficult to get a woman, like even if she's not fully checked out, I found it difficult to get a woman to get back into like good mode after she's hit a certain point. You know what I mean? Like I think some women don't be wanting to save the relationship. Because I think women have a perfectionist ideal of a man in their eyes sometimes. And like you just said, like sometimes women come into relationships like, damn, this my husband, da da da. And it's like, all right, if you're already putting not the husband title, I don't think there's anything wrong with it because people should be dating to marry. But it's like, if you're coming into the relationship with a certain like idea or ideal that you're putting on to me, when I don't hit that, like you're already gonna start to check out because I'm not what you imagined that I would be.
And I agree. I
So
agree.
it was like sometimes I feel like if you show something about yourself that wasn't this perfect nigga that a woman had, like she don't even really wanna fix it because she wants the nigga that she had in her head.
Yeah. No. That's 100%. I totally agree because literally you go into it like once a guy doesn't meet my expectation of how I view them, it's like, oh, and like now my feelings are hurt because you didn't meet that expectation of what I had in mind for you. And it's like, dang, like so it is easy to let go now because what I thought or what I assume is not what it is.
Yeah.
So now I have to like, you know what, I'm cool on it because this is not what I want. And yeah, you're right for sure. Women do have like an unrealistic expectation when it comes to men. We be looking for that perfect person, you know?
And I think it happens both ways for sure sometimes too. Like, you know, like the 80-20 rule, you know what I mean? Like a person is gonna only at most gonna be 80% of what you want. You know what I mean? But it's like, are you going to hold on with a death grip of that 20% that you're not getting from this person? Or are you going to let them be that 20% that's different from what you had in your head of how they should be or how you want them to be? You know what I mean? And I think sometimes we don't be wanting to let go of that 20% of like, damn, like this girl good, she treating you well, da da da, but like she don't have this one thing or these two things that I really, really want.
Okay. So it depends on, okay. I feel like okay, I told someone like write down like your 5 things that are like a non-negotiable for you. So if that person is meeting at least 3 of those needs, I think you should give that person a chance.
Yeah.
Now, if that person only checking off one box of that, then I think you should move on because he's not checking off the 5 important things.
Yeah.
So, like for you, like have you ever like been in a relationship and that person was majority of everything you want, but they were missing this one important thing? Did you look over it or did you like let it?
Damn near every relationship I done been in has been like that. Like,
Okay.
for one, it takes a long time. It takes a lot for me to get to the relationship stage to begin with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so if we've gotten to the point where we're in a relationship, I'm accepting the 20% that you don't have that I will like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, I think that's very realistic. Nobody is going to be everything 100% what you want. You know what I mean? So first of all, you have to let that go. You have to let that idea go. And so it's like, yeah, so it's just like, we could work on the 20%, or I'm going to accept that I'm not going to get that 20% from you because nobody is 100%. So I'm cool with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think every relationship has been like, all right, I love the things that I love about this girl, like I love to the point that like I want to make a relationship. And the 20% or however much percent that I'm not getting, I'm cool with that because I love the other stuff so much.
What are some things that you like loved about the people you have dated? What makes you love a person?
So for me, like I love a really feminine woman.
Okay.
Like I just love femininity. Like that is really, really attractive to me. So I don't really like women who display masculine tendencies.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, and I want to be careful when I say this because
Okay.
I know how it can come off, but I think we've come to a point where a lot of women have adopted a man's mindset when it comes to dating. Like I run more and more into women who want to like be in an open relationship, or they want to date as many niggas as they want, and they want you to be okay with it. And it's like that wasn't really the case a few years ago when I was dating. Like
Okay.
pre 2020, like I didn't really come into it a whole lot, but like now it seems like it's more and more often that like, and I don't even know if that is considered a man's mindset of dating, but I do think men date more frequently like that. And more women before, like I said, before 2020, like we're only dating one man at a time. Like that was like common. But I think more women now, like they want Kate and Annie too, like, or Ken and fucking whoever, you know. And so it's like having to adjust to women wanting to date like that is definitely like a new thing.
Okay. So I want to ask, where were you when you was dating the women that were quote unquote like dating one man at a time? Because I feel like different environments change the the thing with women. Because like if you're dating like women in Memphis, sorry y'all, but it's like I know women in Memphis that have that mindset.
So I'm actually glad you brought that up. I actually have never dated a woman from Memphis. Well, I take that back. I have dated women in Memphis. I've never been in a relationship with a woman in Memphis. And for so many reasons, like one, Memphis is small. Like getting into a relationship with a woman, you kind of got to accept the fact that like she probably has been with or dated multiple niggas that you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like a little uncomfortable for me. Like even when it comes to dating, like women feel some type of way and these niggas feel some type of way if you dating their ex, and you know what I'm saying, we kind of all in the same social circles and shit like that. It's just like it gets a little weird. And it's like for me, like I'm anti-confrontational when it comes to like dating. Like nigga, I am not finna fight you over that woman. I am not finna, as a woman, I'm not gonna put you in a position where you got a beef with a girl that you know because me and you are dating now and I used to talk to her. Like I don't know, Memphis is just too small to really like date like that. And we in our 30s now, like we grown as hell, and so people have done what they done did. And so it's like, you know, I'm not gonna complain about it if I did ever choose to date a woman in Memphis, but I have kind of actively avoided that for that reason.
And I can kind of relate because I'm from Greenville, Mississippi, very, very small. And the fact that everyone has dated everyone, I just did not want to like be a part of that. And I also like that I'm like a mystery in a sense. So it's like I don't want people having like anything on me in this day. Like I don't need people like talking about like my relationship. And I feel like when you're in a small town, you like everybody got their mouth on your relationship. It's hard to be in a relationship in a small town. So
Sure.
I totally agree with you on
Yeah.
that.